Hello, Algebra 1 students. So today we're going to be going over standard form of a linear equation. So in the last lesson you learned about slope-intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. And today you're going to be learning about standard form, which is just a different way of putting a line into an equation. This is lesson 6-3, and we have two different objectives. Our first objective is to graph equations using intercepts, and our second objective is to write equations in standard form. So what is standard form? Standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c all represent real numbers. And you can graph an equation in standard form by using the x and y intercepts. So the x and y intercepts are just the coordinate points where the line intersects the x and y axes. And we'll demonstrate what that looks like. So here's our first example. And in our first example, we're going to find the x and y intercepts. So we're going to find the x and y intercepts of 3x plus 4y equals 8. And as you can see, I've written out what an x-intercept represents. So you know if it crosses the x-axis that x is going to be a number and y is going to be 0. So there's a neat little trick that you can use to find what x is here. So if you know that y is 0, you know that any number times 0 is 0. So in this case, you can just cover up for y and solve the rest for x. So here we're going to rewrite the equation. 3x equals 8. If this is 3 times x, we're going to divide by 3 to cancel it out and get x by itself. Divide by 3 here. X equals 8/3. Or if we wanted to make this a fraction, we could say that 3 goes into 8 2 times with a remainder of 2/3. So if we wanted to write this as a coordinate point, we would say 2 and 2/3 and 0. That's our x-intercept. So let's find our y-intercept. So same thing for y. If our y-intercept is 0, a number, we know that any number times 0 is canceled out. So we can cover up this part and just solve for what's left. So we're going to rewrite our equation as 4y equals 8. Then we're going to solve for y. So if this is 4 times y, we're going to divide to cancel it out. Divide by 4. Y equals 8 divided by 4 is 2. And if we wanted to write that as a coordinate point, we could. 0, 2. And that would be our y-intercept. So now that we know how to find our x and y intercepts, we can graph using them. So we're going to graph the equation 2x plus 3y equals 12 using its intercepts. So first we need to find them. Let's start with x, cover up y. 2x equals 12, divide by 2, x equals 6, or we could say it's 6, 0. So we can graph that point. 6 on this side is here, and then 0 is still on the line. So that crosses the x-axis, that's the x-intercept. So now we're going to find the y-intercept. Cover up x, 3y equals 12. And solve for y. Divide by 3. Y equals 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. If we want to write this as a coordinate point, 0, 4. Now we can graph this point. So x is 0, we'll go up here to 4. Now that we have 2 points on our line, we can connect them using a line. So I'm going to use my straight edge because you guys know that I am terrible at drawing lines. There we go. And that is our line that represents this equation. So we're going to move on to example 3. And in example 3, we're just going to focus on graphing horizontal and vertical lines. So back in section 3, you learned about different types of slopes in section 1, and there were 4 different types: positive, negative, vertical, and horizontal. And vertical and horizontal get a little interesting. So y equals -3. How would I graph that? Well, we want to graph all of the places, a line on all of the places on this graph where y would be -3. So in this case, we're going to draw a horizontal line right here where y is -3. It doesn't matter what x is in this case. Y is -3. If x is -4 here, y is -3. If x is 0, y is -3. If x is 4, y is 3. Doesn't -3. We're going to graph x equals 2. So if y equals a number is a horizontal line, x equals 2 is a vertical line. And it's all of the places, no matter what the value of y is, that x equals 2. So if we're counting by ones, 1, 2, we're going to draw a vertical line here. I'm really bad at drawing, guys. I'm sorry. That would be the line x equals 2. And finally, our last example. I'm sure you guys are glad. So transforming to standard form. So remember what standard form is from back in the beginning. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. So we're going to transform this equation here, y equals 3/4 x plus 2, into standard form. It's currently in slope-intercept form. Y equals m, where slope is m, 3/4 x, plus b, where b is our y-intercept. So in order to do this, we're just going to rearrange the values on this place. So we want this x value to move to this side of our equation over here. So we're going to cancel it out on this side. I'm going to subtract 3/4 x here to cancel it out. And then I'm going to subtract 3/4 x here. So if I rewrite this equation, I get -3/4 x plus y equals 2. And this is in standard form now. That was it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed watching.